Welcome students. So in today's class we shall be discussing a quite rare topic to be asked in the examination, but it is important regarding the metabolism of amino acids or proteins. So it is basically the metabolism of branched chain amino acids. So we are having the three types of amino acids with us in this, that is valine, leucine and isoleucine. So we all know that these are the branched chain amino acids. So let us start first of all with the structure of leucine. So we all know that leucine is a branched chain amino acid. So this is the structure for leucine. Then we are having another one that is known as isoleucine. So the structure of isoleucine is here. So this is the structure of isoleucine. And the last one is valine. So now let us see the structure of valine. Now this is the structure of valine. So students, these are the three types of branched chain amino acids that are we going to discuss. So these three amino acids initially undergo a common pathway and then diverge to result in different types of end products. So they are generally glycogenic or ketogenic. So in case of valine, it is a glycogenic molecule. So it will be going into the glucose metabolism, formation of glucose. Then comes the leucine. The leucine is a ketogenic molecule. So it will go into the metabolism of fats, whereas isoleucine is both glycogenic and ketogenic. So it is both glycogenic as well as ketogenic in nature. So it will participate in both the carbohydrate and protein metabolism. So now let us start with them. So I shall be highlighting the names only here. So the common pathway is followed for the first two reactions. So first of all, let us write the names, that is valine, then the leucine, and finally the isoleucine. So all of them will be undergoing the same reactions and forming the corresponding products. So the first reaction is the transamination reaction that undergoes in presence of enzyme transaminase. So this is the transaminase amination, that is the transfer of amino group that is occurring. So in this, the transfer of amino group is occurring and it leads to the formation of corresponding keto acid. So in this, the corresponding alpha keto acid is formed. So we can say the corresponding alpha keto acid is formed. So students, just see the colors here. I will be representing with the same color. So the valine will be forming alpha keto isovalerate. So it will be forming alpha keto isovalerate, whereas the leucine will be forming alpha keto isocaproate, alpha keto isocaproate, whereas the isoleucine will be forming alpha keto beta methyl valerate. So it will be forming alpha keto beta methyl valerate. So these are the corresponding alpha keto acids that are formed for each valine, leucine and isoleucine. So after this the oxidative decarboxylation occurs. So after this the oxidative decarboxylation occurs in the presence of dehydrogenase enzyme, the presence of dehydrogenase. So it is known as oxidative decarboxylation. And this leads to formation of corresponding alpha beta unsaturated acyl coenzyme A. So in this the corresponding alpha beta unsaturated acyl coenzyme A are formed, and it also occurs in the presence of coenzymes, basically 5. These are TPP, NAD, lipomide, FAD and coenzyme A. So it is occurring in the presence of TPP, FAD, coenzyme A, NAD and the lipoamide. So these are the 5 coenzymes that are participating in this. So in this the valine will be forming isobutyryl coenzyme A, isobutyryl coenzyme A. So students, I am saying you again and again, remember the colors. So valine was represented by blue color here, and it then forms alpha keto isovalerate and then finally the isobutyryl coenzyme A. Whereas leucine will form isovaleryl coenzyme A, isovaleryl coenzyme A, and lastly the isoleucine will be forming alpha methyl butyryl coenzyme A. It is the alpha methyl butyryl coenzyme A. So from this the dehydrogenation will then proceed in presence of acyl coenzyme A dehydrogenase and FAD as a coenzyme, and 3 different pathways will be initiated from here. So let us see what are the 3 different pathways. So the name of enzyme is acyl coenzyme A dehydrogenase. So dehydrogenation will be occurring here. So let us see, plus an FAD molecule is also oxidized. So first the valine will be converted into methyl acrylyl coenzyme A. So let us see for the valine. So isobutyryl coenzyme A will be converted into methyl acrylyl coenzyme A. So we all know that valine is a glycogenic molecule. So it will be ultimately leading to the carbohydrate metabolism. So then it will be forming propionyl coenzyme A, then methyl malonyl coenzyme A, and finally it will be entering into the glucose metabolism. So, being a glycogenic molecule in nature, the valine will be forming glucose. Then comes the second pathway for the isoleucine. So, in the previous step the isoleucine was forming isovalyryl coenzyme A, then it will be forming beta methyl crotonyl coenzyme A, then leading to the formation of HMG hydroxymethyl glutaryl coenzyme A. So, we all know that leucine is a ketogenic molecule. So, it will be entering into the beta oxidation process, then it will be forming acetoacetate plus removal of one acetyl coenzyme A, and this will be leading to formation of fat. So, acetyl coenzyme A will be entering into the fat metabolism also. And the last one being the metabolism of isoleucine. So, isoleucine is both glycogenic and ketogenic. So, it will be entering into both the carbohydrate and lipid metabolism. So, in the previous step it had formed alpha methyl butyryl coenzyme A, and it will be forming now triglyl coenzyme A. Now, from this it will be forming methyl acetoacetyl coenzyme A, and from this step it will be forming propionyl coenzyme A plus a molecule of acetyl coenzyme A is released out. So, students, this is a major step in which it undergoes bifurcation into both the carbohydrate and lipid metabolism. So, the propionyl coenzyme A formed will be entering into the glucose metabolism, whereas the acetyl coenzyme A then formed will be entering into formation of fats. So, this is the fate, or we can say the summary of the branch chain amino acid metabolism. So, I hope it is clear to you that these three amino acids, leucine, isoleucine and valine, they undergo three steps, that is transamination, oxidative decarboxylation and dehydrogenation. So, ultimately the first two steps are common for them, and then it leads to formation of three different pathways till here. So, from here you can easily see that what happens with the valine, leucine and isoleucine. So, students, this was all regarding the metabolism of branched chain amino acids.